people know when something's not authentic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And like they buy into that. Man, show me the money, man. You know what I mean? I don't need no advice, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need no big ups. I need the bread, bro. Like,
Yeah, I remember the first time I went in and I saw Greg Lauren, and I was like, okay, Lauren, you know what I'm saying, Loren. I'm like, there's gotta be some Ralph shit. Like, who just gonna take the last name and just and do that with it? And it was a big dumbass peacoat. The motherfucker was like 6,000. And I was like, wait, what?
40-something years old, and my pants still fall off my butt from time to time, man. I apologize to all, you know what I'm saying?
Excellence.
Welcome back. I mean, we in DC, one of my favorite cities in the world, man. Welcome back to Ghetto Runways. This is a special edition joint, you know what I'm saying? Something we doing that we've been wanting to do with one of our guys, just with the family down here. Twin, what's up, brother?
Man, we're here. Good morning. You know, up early. You know what I'm saying? The early bird get it.
Very.
For real.
Very.
This is gonna be a good episode. You know, because we're gonna touch on something that we've been wanting to touch on, man. Retail.
Yeah.
And who better to do it with than our man, Brian Merritt.
Thank you for having me, fellas.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for coming out here early. You know, we still kind of getting to it, you know what I mean? Just opening it up. So it's a pleasure to have y'all here in the space, first of all. You know,
Wow,
two
definitely.
guys that I always rock with, you know what I'm saying? Looked up to on the fashion side.
My God,
For y'all
bro.
to like kind of come in and see the space is special to me. And then shooting with you guys.
Nah,
The
bro.
way y'all been shooting,
Yeah.
who you all been shooting with is kind of, it's definitely an honor.
Nah, bro.
You know, I watched the podcast, hearing my name mentioned on it always shed a tear to my eye from some of the peoples, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, sometimes you'll do a lot of hard work, right? You know what I'm saying? And you put in a lot of the work and, you know, you always don't get the recognition that you think you deserve, but then you kind of realize those things don't really matter, you know what I'm saying? Like what matters is building spaces and building brands and building things that people kind of can really enjoy. And that's satisfying, right? You know what I'm saying? That's fulfilling, you know what I'm saying, for me at this stage in my life, you know what I mean? So,
Definitely.
you know, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Well, nah, we had to, man. Like you said, we have mentioned you in a few episodes just because you've always had a crazy eye. And I feel like with our space, we really concentrating on the ones that we know that really, really get it. You know what I'm saying? Like first time we got to building, you know what I'm saying? Every space you had is just what you guys are doing now. It's next level. So it's only right that we document this, man. This shit is fly, man. It's super dope.
For sure. I think that, you know, me and my partners have built something that's not like any other space, right? In the United States. Maybe you gotta go to Tokyo or something, you know what I'm saying? But the average person ain't got that time, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what Rosebud saying, American Pimp, that might find another nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? But across the world, but the average bitch ain't got that time. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like you said, a lot of us don't have that time. So we build something real, you know what I'm saying? Like, real, this is for us, you know what I'm saying? We ain't built this for like, we built this for like us, right? Like we needed spaces that we feel comfortable in, that we can come to dressed how we want to dress. It ain't no, you know, no jazz, like, you know what I mean? You got to come in your 6-piece suit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't got to come, you know, you can come in, like I say, in your white tee, your uniform, whatever you want to do, right? You know what I mean? And you feel comfortable and you get that high level service, right? You know what I'm saying? You get that luxury feel. I don't want to call it luxury anymore. I think we need to kind of like, as black folks, maybe lose that word because luxury has never been intended for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like luxury is built for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But luxuries can mean different things, right? Like some people, luxuries is a hot shower, right? A warm meal, you know what I'm saying?
doubt.
So we wanted to have an elevated experience for things that you do normally, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody get a haircut, right? But you want to have an elevated experience when you do that, right?
Word.
I think black people have a stigma of like we don't like to, you know, like we don't have good service, but that's not true, right? You know what I'm saying? It's really about people who care about it, who care about hospitality.
Yeah.
And that's something that we really care about, right? And I think the other elements that we add, right, with the barbershop is like you feel good after you get a haircut, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like I get a shave, get a haircut, you ready to go hit the town.
Yeah.
You want to feel good, you want to dress good. So we added that element to it as well. So I think that these are this none of this business that we created is new, right? It's all things that you like, you know, like that you would do anyway. You know what I mean? But you just want to have a better experience doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so speaking of like speaking of the better experience, especially in retail, there, I mean, a lot of places never really had the all-in-one to encompass and I know like that's been the goal of retailers from day one, is to have a spot where a person can come in and they don't have to leave. They can come in, get the haircut, they can get the clothes, they can get the food, and they can get the liquor. You know, like I feel like that's what a lot of people have been trying to achieve, and you guys did it. How hard was it to really obtain, I mean, you know what I'm saying, liquor licenses? Yeah.
So like, I think that's they make us jump through more hoops, right? Like we have all the ideas. We like one thing that I think that us as Black folks in general we are creative, right? We naturally creative. We naturally can do it. Like with nothing too, right? Like you started your brand with you know what I'm saying, with what you started with, right? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all created a brand like off ideas, right? Without backing and capital, right?
Right.
So obtaining a liquor license in the first location, like dude, like it was a hassle, you know what I'm saying? Like they really didn't want to see us come in. We bought a building in Adams Morgan. We figured out how to get the liquor license. We bought a existing, without getting too deep into like the legal part, we bought an existing liquor license. They tried to stop that. Hassle. Lawyer fees. The guy up the street who kept doing, you know, like all of the filing against us was an old retired lawyer. Like he ain't even like, he was just hating, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was cool. And I knew what he was trying to do. And me and my partner kept having this conversation. Like he's just trying to bleed our money, because every time we got to go like to the lawyers and like, you know what I'm saying, and refile something, or you know what I'm saying, hit one of his motions, it's $5,000-$10,000.
Yeah, because it ain't causing him to do nothing, because he's a lawyer.
He doing it for free.
He do it himself,
right? You know what I'm saying? So, but we were doing everything that the city asked us to do. We were doing everything that the neighborhood asked us to do. And then flat out, man, I remember on a call one time, one of the guys said, from the neighborhood, right? It was a white gentleman. He said, they've done everything that y'all have asked, soundproof, garbage, everything, right? Hours. He was like, man, this coming off as flat out racist, you know what I'm saying? And the whole call was like, oh, and it was just like, man, I'm glad somebody finally said it. Yeah. Because if we said it, right, it'd be coming off like, oh, we the angry Black folks, right? But we're not angry. We just doing what we're supposed to do to get what we need to get to bring something dope to the city. And as soon as we got the space, all the people that were against it were in the space. Oh, you did a good job, and it's patting us on our back, and it's just like, man, we go through that rigmarole. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was difficult on that end. We bought the building during COVID, right? So we did a full gut rehab. That had its challenges, right? You know what I mean? Because it's like price of wood go up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you budget for wood, and then you know what I'm saying, now you can't get wood, you can't get metal, you can't get electrical. So there was those challenges. But one thing about us, man, y'all know we gonna push through, man. If you got a little bit of drive, we gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? And like the little things that they do like that ain't gonna stop us, because God got us. You know what I'm saying? Like we are God's people. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna always take care of us as long as we doing right and doing the right things. And you know what I'm saying? That's something as I gotten older, I'm doing the right thing. You know what I mean? I'm just doing the right what in God's will. You know what I'm saying? So
now again, like this isn't your first. This is not y'all first stop.
Right.
Soulmates was your first store. So what year was that?
Soulmates was 2007, because me and my wife had first got married. She was 2006. You know, she used to work at Essex 5 with Ray, right? You know what I mean? When that didn't work out, I was like, all right. And I was in my mode, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, we hustling and shit. Let's go get our own store, right? So Soulmate started about 2006, the idea. It actually opened in 2007. And it started off with my sneaker collection, my guy sneaker collection. At the time, I remember like there was like maybe 2 or 3 consignment stores in the world. I think Tokyo had theirs, Riff LA, and Flight Club, and then it was us. And I felt like we had a culture in the city, right?
No,
like
definitely.
we had a dope sneaker culture.
Yeah.
And then like my entrepreneur brain, I'm like, this is kind of just inventory sitting, man. This is like money kind of sitting on the floor as your shoes ride. It's like, let's just go sell them. I reached out to a lot of like my sneaker guys, you know what I'm saying, and sneaker folks. So like, I need some inventory. I have a good relationship with the skate world. SBs were hot, right? So shout out to Uriah Uprise. He blessed me with super crazy inventory. Aaron in Milwaukee from Sky High blessed me with inventory. Big Al. Like it was just people hitting me like, man, we are selling this. So that kind of rolled into how we started that sneaker consignment. But then, interest changed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't into it like I wanted to. And I'm not going to do nothing I'm not into. So, that kind of led into some, the Sir and Madam. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of Sir and Madam, which was the next venture over, what we call that, Wicker?
That was in Ukrainian Village, Wicker.
Village.
But you know what I'm saying? It was on, one of my favorite neighborhoods.
So with Sir and Madam, y'all started more so just selling your own brand. And that, and I talked to Zoe about that a lot because he's always just pushed his brand. And when you have these freestanding stores with just your merchandise and it's something you created, you got to depend on people to really fuck with you. You got like, it's a community of people that gotta, you know what I'm saying? And both of y'all could really answer this and just tell me like, how do you go about that? Because again, y'all was both cutting and sewing too.
Yeah. Zoe, I'm pretty sure knows the difficulties too, right? Like doing your own brand, right? It costs, right? And what we've been trying to do is create more than just t-shirts, right? It's easy to just go ahead and print t-shirts, but when you want to do a full collection, it's difficult, right? It's expensive. So I think that was one of the challenges I think that we had because the way our minds work, we're over here, right? You know what I mean? And we want to do something that we would mess with, right? While trying to catch the people up in a sense, you know what I mean? And it can become a little expensive, right? That was one of the challenges. I also think that we're not the Gap, right? So we don't have those manufacturing relationships, right? We kind of created those on our own, right? Small, being landlocked, we weren't in New York, we're not in LA. So building those relationships outside of the city and within the city to kind of create our own brands was also a challenge. But right, like once again, we're going back to like how we are, you know what I'm saying? We make shit happen, right? You know what I'm saying? We made shit happen, right? Zoe, I think his brand was aspirational, right? You know what I'm saying? Like because he's slick, because he's Zoe, right? You know what I mean? Because who he is, like people aspire to dress like him, look like him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like we always joke about it too. So it's like, it's like, like people look up to him in that sense, right? And I think for us, it was more so like it was me and my wife brand, right? So we had a different kind of angle because we did men and women's, and we were also in that, and just in a different lane, right? You know what I'm saying? So we offered something different. We had a store. We, excuse if y'all hear that at home, you know what I'm saying? We running the business, right? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's beautiful.
We running the business, guys. You know what I'm saying?
It's organic. So, keep it going.
I think people just rock with us because we were authentic too, right? We didn't try to do anything anybody else did. You know what I mean? We had our own style. My wife, I think, is one of the most stylish females, right? She knows how to mix vintage with luxury, with street, with menswear, so we brought all that in, and everything that we do is kind of authentic, man. People rock with authenticity, right? People know when something's not authentic.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And like they buy into that, right? You know what I mean? Because so as long as you're doing something authentic and something that's you, people like people in Chicago will support that. Like other people outside of the, you know what I'm saying, city will support it. So it wasn't like that wasn't the hard part. The hard part, once again, man, is like, man, show me the money, man. You know what I mean? I don't need no advice, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need no big ups. I need the bread, bro. Like, so if you watching this, man, and you got some bread, like, we'll make something happen, right? You know what I mean? Those are just the challenges, I think, of restaurants, retail, right? Like hospitality, anything that we doing, we can do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's all we need. These more black investments, right? Like sources of places to go to get bread, and then we'll show you how to work it, right? And then on our side, right, on the entrepreneur side, we need to be better at, you know, managing that money when we get it too, right? You know what I'm saying? So there's a give and take to it. We gotta be educated enough to like know how to read a P&L. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know like what's working, what's not working, right? So it's two sides of it, but we also just need the opportunity, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty of they got some dummies too to get, you know, endless money. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And they just keep fucking it up, and we don't get the opportunity. So I'm gonna preach that shit to the day I die. You know what I'm saying? Show me the money. You know what I mean?
Nah, we me and you done had so many combos that cats don't even know. Just on the frustration of all this. You know what I'm saying? Just to piggyback what you said first. With Sir Madam, it was dope because you and your wife both are in your own lane, but stylish is like a stylish power couple. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about just being authentic, you know what I'm saying? And everybody know, well, shout out to your wife, you know what I'm saying? All them, she got us style. So the brand was just like everything from the name, the community, like you said, was dope. And the thing you said is just being authentic. Just with my brand, like you said, like people see through the fake. You know what I mean? And they knew what you do. They know what I do. That's why me and you can get on the phone and speak on the do's and the don'ts. We'll talk about manufacturing, just Chicago not really being where it needs to be. Just the really the trials and tribs is being here and being somewhere fashionable, but you know that the customer may not be ready for that. Yeah. So that's really the biggest struggle. Right. You know what I'm saying? Me and Twin talk about that all the time too. Yeah. That's when I started Alonzo Jackson, the other brand.
I missed that, man. You know, I was pushing that one harder. Like, man, when we need more Alonzo Jackson, so we can, you know, see that side of it too.
And what it was, the reason it was named Alonzo Jackson, because I did it strictly for me. This is the first brand I was gonna be. I spoke on this in the last episode. It was the first brand I was gonna be invite only. And it was really about me. Like, I don't care if I don't sell anything. This is what I like. And when the beauty of it was when I started it, everybody loved it. So it was just a testament on, I know what I'm talking about. It's just in the market.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've talked about that brand a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I've always like, man, hey, you need to do it. Because it's something that, you know, like I think that's how you get people to kind of catch up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we get caught up in like doing what we know what works. Yeah. And sometimes you gotta still kind of continue to push the envelope. You know what I'm saying?
And then honestly, like I tell Zoe this all the time, and then I'm gonna get to you about something too. But people like Zoe for who Zoe is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So to me, it was always like, hey man, make the shit you want to wear. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, without giving advice. You know what I'm saying? Because he do it on his own anyway, but it's like, man, make the shit you want to wear for you. Because Rick Owens is making that shit for him.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just we always, with the troubles, just being honest, because I got an intense wholesale background. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a time where I was in 50-something stores. Yeah. Like, I really went crazy with wholesale. Mm-hmm. And it's different when you're trying to sell to a guy that's been in business for 50 years that feel like because he got the money, he know what's next. Right. And that's a lot of these spaces. A lot of these spaces is ran by somebody older that's out the loop, but all he understands is numbers.
Data.
Yeah. So he like, bro, I'm not thinking about the wave. Right. It's 5 of you that's fly, but I got 100 regular guys that's coming in here that's not there yet. So you got to create for them. Otherwise, I say this all the time. If you making clothes and your shit ain't selling, it's just a museum. And what's
not
funny, a store.
So back back to what you just said, Joe. Like for me again, so being in retail and like working at joints that carried everything and being accessible to people who got different ranges of money, right? Yeah. I really think that's one of the main reasons Barney's failed. Because they had the avant-garde shit. You know what I'm saying? They had it. And they had the stuff that we liked.
Yeah.
But again, like you'll go to Barney's, but then you come over and rock with me when I was at Nordstrom just to hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they had something.
Yeah, 100%.
And you know, a lot of them, again, like people would go into Barney's.
Yeah.
A lot of them didn't leave out with Barney's bags.
Facts. Yeah.
So yeah, they got that museum. Like they had brands and the Mulamista, but how many niggas you know got any and the Mulamista in their closet?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Jean Shop was another brand that they really, and I'm sick so because on the last joint that's about to come out, we was talking about that little space in the denim, right?
Absolutely.
We missed 2 joints.
Which one?
We missed Diesel and Jean Shop.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we was wearing Diesel.
Yeah, 100%.
And we missed it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Not to jump the gun, but I want to mention Diesel. Diesel doing some things right now, too.
Diesel is crazy right now.
Diesel right now is like getting busy. I think,
100%.
you know what I mean? Like, I think that they're doing, you know, they're in the space again, right? You know what I mean? And I don't know if it has hit here yet, but definitely like in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Some things in Europe are hitting right now. Yeah, y'all definitely are ahead of the curve. And it's like Barney's was one of those spots, man. We miss Barney's because it was like it was discovery, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. You can go in there and discover some things that you may not you wouldn't see at your spot, right?
I remember the first time I went in there and I saw Greg Lauren and I'm like, okay, Lauren, you know what I'm saying, Loren. I'm like, this gotta be some Ralph shit. Like, who just gonna take the last name and just and do that with it? And it was a big dumbass peacoat. The motherfucker was like $6,000. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't get it. I mean, I got it, I liked it, but I was like, I don't understand. And then it turned into what it turned into. Like, some of the brands work. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were, like, at Nordstrom when I was there, like, I think we was the first ones in Chicago to have Tom Brown. Mm-hmm. That's how I was able to get it before everybody. I was like, man, this is kind of like on some Ralph shit. Yeah. So I'm gonna just do this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So speak to like introducing brands.
This goes back to just being authentic, right? You know what I mean? Like we one thing that Autumn and I had, like when it was like having multi-brand stores, like we wouldn't bring anything that we wouldn't wear personally, right? And I think that speaks to like you being authentic, right? We know like in those streetwear days, like we know we could bring in the brands that are really popping, but it's like, I don't really wear that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to sell it to nobody. Not knocking on those brands, but it's definitely the brands that I'm bringing in, I really rock with, right? Because so introducing them to brands like through authenticity, once again, was always a no-brainer for us. Yeah. Did they all hit? No. But some stuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like being a multi-retailer, back to retail, being a multi-retailer brand and not just having your own brand like me and Zoe did, you got your challenges in that too, because when you're introducing a new brand and they don't have no money, now we are not only your sales team, we are marketing team too. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you don't give us any money for that, right? So now I have to market your brand and then I got to go sell your brand. Yeah. And then when the brand doesn't sell, you already got paid. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because we bought it, we bought it in advance. So that was another reason we were like, man, let's just sell our own brand because we can control everything, right? Yeah. So putting a deposit down, waiting 6 months, man. Then the brand not selling or something like that, like that was 6 months of cash flow. You know what I'm saying? That's difficult for smaller brands, right? Yeah. You see it now with the big box brands, right? They struggling. Right. Because they got brands that, they got inventory.
All right, so look, so explain that part. Because again, like, it's twofold. Back to like, with your own brand, right? Because I remember me and Zoe being in that car going to Schomburg, Zoe grabbing 500 blanks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's that shit. At this price, right? At the price. And we soon to Schomburg. An hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it took us to get out there. Yeah. And we coming back. Yeah. And he putting this shit out. And so I'm watching, I'm like, okay, that's how he doing this shit. It's boom, 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 right? And his sell-through is gonna be crazy because it's already what they doing, right? Yeah. Now, to your point, you got brands that's in there and your price point's crazy. Motherfuckers don't know it necessarily. You believe in the brand, it ain't selling. Mm-hmm. What's next? How that work? Because again, like I'm at a big retailer, so I see shit go on sale. And
just remember what he said before he even say it. he paid 6
already.
months in advance.
Paid
bro.
for it.
You know how crazy, like,
that model is broken, man. And I think these brands are starting to realize that model is broken. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we just gonna continue to like just innovate and change it, right? We got to be the ones that kind of change it as retailers, right? Like, man, we're not gonna do that. Stand on it, right? Like, we're not gonna do that. So there's opportunity for us to like change the game because we are the marketers, right?
Right.
You put on something, right? Like, I can name 10 brands that I saw you probably have on before I seen anybody first, right? Yeah. Same for you. I can name another 10 that Zoe had before I seen anybody else.
Yeah.
Y'all the marketing team for that brand. You know what I'm saying? Like that's value, right? You know what I'm saying? These brands gotta start. And it ain't really like that old, it's not the influencer market thing. It's like, no, I got real influence. It's like, you ain't paying me to go put this on Instagram. I enjoy the brand, right? I rock with it, it's cool. And I done put 10 people. I don't want to name the brands because we ain't gonna give no brands no easy shout out. But I can.
We did that a lot with y'all.
Yeah, but I can definitely name each of them 10 brands that I saw them in first. And there's a few other guys from Chicago that we can say do that. Y'all gotta like give Chicago our respect. You know what I'm saying? We really like that because we're landlocked, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't have an East Coast influence. We don't have a West Coast influence. We landlocked, so our influence is our influence, right? You get a little bit of everything because. It's not Asia coming. It's not, Europe coming to our shores. It's us. You know what I'm saying? And you saw that in back again, authenticity. You know what I'm 100%. Saying? Like, so kind of got off track real quick with the the question was though like about
what happens when you gotta you know what I'm saying, when you're sitting on that inventory.
We gotta eat it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna send your money back. Would you send? You bought some bad work, you know what I'm saying? You try to come back 6 months later, like the work bad. They like, oh damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I've gotten into with brands like, one dude kept calling the phone, man, looking for his money, man. I'm like, you got to, and he started talking to one of the employees crazy. Man, give me the phone. Yeah. Man, come get your money, man. Man, he started talking nice, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, yeah, man. Take this product or come get your money. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, either way, it's not selling, so it don't hurt me if you come get it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of that. You know what I mean? But we usually got to eat it, right? You know what I mean? So you learn from that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? You start learning. That's when the data comes in, though, right? So you can't get mad at the people that run off the data either, because the data is important as well. Yeah. What I've learned with my partners, right? Because we all come and do different things, and he's a genius, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
so we're shout out to KJ.
KJ is a genius. Yeah, they're both geniuses, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, I come from that like artistic kind of background, right? And they think different than a business person, right? You know what I'm saying? So what the beautiful relationship that we kind of have now that we've kind of grown into, or he's kind of molded me into, is like, man, look at the data, right? But I still keep it a little bit funky with it. You got to like mix when you merge the two. Yeah, that's when you get like a Dover Street.
100%. We just spoke on this the last episode. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna speak on it because we don't know which one gonna drop first. But we said it. It was one business guy, right, and one creative. And when you get out of each other's way, you know what I'm saying, and it's a marriage. You know what I'm saying? What's tougher usually when we independent brands is you got to be all that. Yeah. When you a certain matter, you guys got to be business and creative. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot tougher. You know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about what you just said too, because I understand the influence, and this is the reason I just opened up another spot in Hyde Park. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. But the main reason is because I do understand that we are the influence. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now what I'm doing is just making all the shit that I would wear. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm the fashion geek. So it's a whole different turn. I had to play the money game with the wholesale. Now it's everything in there is like, yo, I done took an XL out. You know what I'm saying? Because I love it. You know what I'm saying? And it's easier to market. But 100% just piggybacking. I wanted to just speak on what you said as far as us. We know we the influence. Yeah. All we doing is showing love to, it's marketing, and we just got bigger than sending us product. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of all the, I'm not going to say that.
No, we appreciate the product.
Keep sending the product,
like the product.
Keep sending the product, but
like the product.
It's something else that got to come with the product. You know what I'm saying? Just, I get boxes every day. Like that don't push the needle for me no more. I'm grown.
Yeah, and there was a time that the product was cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? And the product is still cool. Like I said, keep sending the product. We don't, like, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
I definitely appreciate all like the apothecary product that I get sent.
Yeah.
Love it, the scents, the fragrances. Love it all.
Yeah.
But there was a time that I think that they were using that free product, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not compensating correctly. Remember like the dinners, like you give me some free shoes and a dinner. I got 3 kids, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't feed them no more. You know what I mean? And I would get on social media and say shit like that. Of course. And I didn't realize like how powerful social media was. And like I get calls like, hey, they saw that. And then my product just stopped coming. So now I just learned to just be quiet.
Yeah, you got to
keep those thoughts to myself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, you know, brands need to realize like how important.
Yeah.
There's a real influencer like this. I don't even want to call them influencers. Right? They're not influencers.
Nah.
Man, they like real like culture pushers.
I was about to say, you got the culture.
Like, it's like these are the guys that kind of make it. And it's like you say, it's authentic, right?
Yeah.
We know where all our styles come from. Yeah. It came from being outside.
Exactly.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing like what you saw, right? Like, you know what I mean? I wanted to ask you like, because fashion and style are 2 different things to me, right? You know what I'm saying? Fashion is a business, style is like something that's in you, right?
Yeah.
Because like, you know, if I gave you my top 10 list of stylish people, you'd be like, oh, this list is all over the board. But it's authentic to them.
Same,
where'd you get your style? Like how'd you develop your style?
Me, first like understanding fit, and then understanding fit, understanding my body, right? Mm-hmm. And then understanding different cultures. Mm-hmm. Because I knew, like early on, like I was known as a Ralph Lauren guy, right?
For sure.
You know, I was loving the Ralph because I'm a product of hip hop.
For sure.
That's who I am. I am a product of hip hop culture. So in Chicago, there was a couple guys that I kind of looked up to or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We every episode I talk about Reg, but that's what it was.
For sure.
You know, and yeah. But then after that, like I sort of developed because I tell people all the time, like with me, I was one of the first people that wasn't really, like, I'm from the West Side. And, you know, West Side guys, they kind of, like, stuck to what they was on. Like, you had to wear pellies. You know what I'm saying? You had to dress like a drug dealer. Most niggas was...
T's and B's.
We was the tops and bottoms.
Had to go to T's and B's.
That's how niggas dress, right? Yeah. So in order to be different, with me, it's just, it stemmed from wanting to be different, right? Because I knew I was just different. And we was... you know, look, in 94, 95, 96, when we came home from school, we was on the corners. You know what I'm saying? But we was out there in Ralph Lauren, while everybody else was out there in what they was in. Mm-hmm. So we was already looking different. But then it sort of just developed like into like, okay, Japanese. And you were one of the first people that I saw doing the Japanese shit.
Yeah. 100%. I always give you credit for that.
Yeah.
But again, understanding fit and knowing, okay, the oversized. Like I remember the first time I went to Tokyo and I bought this Capital raincoat, right? This motherfucker was so big, but I'm like, oh, like, so I kept going down in size. Cause I'm like, I'm trying to get it where it's like almost fitted. And that motherfucker too small. Yeah. Because I didn't understand the Japanese sizing and how it was meant to look.
That raincoat crazy. I got one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, only a few of us had one.
Yeah.
You had one. What's your man that used to work at Serramata?
Rob had one.
Rob had a denim one.
Yeah, he had a denim. We all had different ones.
Yeah.
They still make that coat.
Yeah.
Too. My wife took that coat. Haven't seen it in a while. And every time I pull it out, it got all the shit in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's hers now. You know what I'm saying?
And then also, like, again, y'all know I've been in retail for years, right?
Yeah.
So also a product of like where I had to work.
Right.
And cause y'all know, like Zoe know, like I pop out in the suit.
Yeah.
Because there was times I was wearing suits.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, I kind of strayed away from that, but I was the only guy with a suit on. So for me, that was like cool because wasn't nobody else really wearing suits.
For sure.
So I got to understand like the styling of different suits. I went from like, oh man, wearing the dumbest suits on earth to like understanding what a good suit's supposed to fit like.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? To wearing made to measure. Like understanding like I could fit both of y'all in suits right now, just knowing.
Yeah.
I want to say something like talking about the suit. Mm-hmm. My suits fit because of you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like before they ain't really fit, but I would see them in suits. You sold me a pair of patent leather burgundy shoes. I still got. My wife like put the patent leather ones on. That's like one of her favorite joints. So I want to big up on you on that. Like you definitely taught That's what you taught me how suits supposed to fit. And that's one thing that I can say about y'all guys is like, man, I'm gonna give y'all props. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because y'all, you know what I mean? Zoe show you like, look, man, me and Zoe we got on big pants, man. Me and Zoe,
man,
like that's something that we've been doing.
Yo, they don't know that, man. It's so funny, man.
We always had that conversation like that.
Yeah. You know, like, talk about the one that ain't went skinny.
Yeah, I never went skinny.
Me and Zoe went skinny for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you never went skinny.
Yeah, it wasn't because that's not my talk about style. I want to hear about your style, but like that goes back to style though, right? It's like my style is my style. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I like. This is what makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you too because I feel like I know this answer because we've talked about this before. Right. Where you get your what's your influence and how do you get your style? You know what I'm saying?
It started off just as cliche as it sounds with the D-boys, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like Twin said, you could be outside but not look like the average person that's outside. But mine really started with when I really got heavy into streetwear with coming rocking with leaders, where they put me into the BBCs and the Bapes early. Like we was always early on the streetwear. What really got me is when we all started dressing alike, just wanting to be like different, you know what I'm saying? And I say this a lot, I was Rick Owens early, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was wearing Rick Owens, it was always on sale at Barney's. Just being honest, it wasn't even selling.
Top point.
My first Rick Owens piece, pieces also came from Barney's.
Yeah.
70% or 40% off around the holiday when it was marked down once, and then they got marked down again, and you're like, well, I can't leave it in here for this price.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. And I had OD'd on Rick. I mean, Twin to tell you, like, it's two things. Well, it's really one thing that I'll never let nobody, this whole cozy wave, I'm still cozy now, but I've always had this whole bummy, cozy, but if you know type of thing, that's always been my thing because this is far from cheap what I'm doing, but it's always been like, just cozy. Twin to tell you, I was
big oversized cardigan, that was you.
Big oversized cardigan, big oversized Agni sweats where people is like, you can't come in here with sweats on. I'm talking about 15 years ago, man.
Free people and all that shit.
Yeah.
Shit we was getting at the spot. Yeah, Scoop.
You know what I'm saying? I've always been like,
you can come in
relaxed.
You can come in to manifest cozy.
Yeah, that's the best part of the intro you said.
Yeah, this is why
just
we
when
do
you
this.
come and like, you know how embarrassing it is to have on a couple grand worth of clothing and you got a 400 dude in all black telling you we not doing that.
Yesterday, man, I felt like I was in here with them big dumbass sweats on, right? The Willie sweats. And the people I was with was like, yeah, all these guys are here in suits. And
see?
I'm like, yeah. Like I looked around, I'm like, man, all these niggas got on suits. I understand what it is. It's the CBC, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But and it's cool for what y'all doing, but I'm like, what a style at.
Yeah, so CBC brings out, this is just to defend my spot. It ain't like that. Tap, he was in here the other day with all them things. So, shout out to my guy Tap, did his birthday in here. But, he comes as he is too, right? You know what I'm saying? I think that y'all would really rock with him as well when it comes to like style.
Mm-hmm.
My homegirl Clark, she comes in here with that shit on too. CBC brings out, it's the political week, right? It's like they Super Bowl for black politics.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, it's a different crowd, but the beauty of it is, right, y'all can mix.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? It's not one or the other. Nobody's gonna look at each other crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about coming as you are. I always joke with all my people like, and here's like, y'all know I'm coming in my uniform, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not switching it up for nobody. Like, and my wife is like, trying to get me to be a little bit better about that. You know what I mean? But it's just hard. It's just hard to like.
How?
So like, this goes to my style though too. Is like I like to be comfortable in what I'm comfortable in, and that's always been like military, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. I gotta be having a lot of stuff in my pockets. I need shit like my shit functional, right? I got stuff in my pockets, right? You know what I'm saying? I got a couple phones, you know what I'm saying? Like money, you know what I'm saying? Some keys, car keys, right? Like I need to place all this, and I don't have a bag that I'm gonna put it all in because I'm forgetful, and I'll leave my bag somewhere. Then my whole life is in there, right? 100%. So, but just growing up, man, I always was a big fan of like military movies, right?
Yeah,
I don't like Full Metal Jackets.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now, you know, Rambo, whatever military movie was out, you know what I'm saying? I liked it, and it was like, man, I like what they were wearing. And then shout out to my stepdad, he always had us watching black exploitation flicks and cowboy flicks. So it goes back to like that Japanese stuff that was really heavy in Americana. So it reminded me of all of that stuff. So growing up watching black exploitation, military, you know what I'm saying, and cowboy flicks, you mix that with going outside, right? And you say you got the, you know, not to see it, then you seeing the get money guys, and you mix all that up, and that's how I kind of came up with. So I like nice stuff, but I like to mix it with a little military. You know what I mean? So,
Your style is always.
It's all authentic though, right? So I wanted to ask y'all that. So the people that watching it that do aspire to be like what y'all like, they can come authentic within themselves. And it's not like I'm dressing like a Zoe mannequin or a twin mannequin, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm dressing like me. You know what I'm saying? So
you stand on that. We've had conversations. And you say, yo, I can't touch that. That's your move. Or you'll order something even for the store and be like, nah, I order this for myself. You know what I'm saying? Or whether it be the same with Twin, I tell them that's why I never got into low.
Right.
Because my guys were all heavy in the low. And I'm like, I love it, but I just can't get in that. You know what I'm saying? I love it. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm same. Yeah.
It's like,
can't do cool, but like all my guys wear low. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's just what you want. We came here today. I didn't even change on what I bought to
wear. Yeah,
to
I like
wear.
that though. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I just feel like it's the authentic part. I'm sitting here like, man, I'm interviewing my man who definitely understand me more than anybody. Like, what am I about to change for? Like, it's
I
just,
ain't tripping, you know
this is why we here, man. We just a real conversation.
Yeah.
No, it was funny again. Like one brand, and you're gonna continue to carry it, that you put me on was EG, man. And that's Engineered Garments for a lot of y'all. You know? But, and I look, that's a brand I love.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Made in New York. But they get the Japanese silhouettes. They understand, like, you know what I'm saying? They get it. Like, they got good, like, even the suiting, like, they got just some good pieces. And I can see what one could just live in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely one of my favorite brands, right? When you talk about uniform, right? You got uniform in the sense of like a uniform that you wear, but uniform is also adjective for always being authentic, always remaining the same. Uniform, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think that we all kind of got our uniform in that sense. You know what I'm saying? So always remaining the same, and they do a good job of like not following like a trend or anything like that. And I think that's where some brands just kind of go wrong when they try to veer off from what they really do. Like Rick doesn't do that, right? EG doesn't do that. Like the brands that you've seen for like the last 20 years that are still like doing well, they stick to what they know, and that's authenticity, man. So EG is a big one for me, right? They have that Japanese influence. It's made in New York. I like the story behind it, like the business behind it. It's a vertical operation. We're doing design on one floor, sales on the next floor, production on another floor, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they can control their product, they can control their wholesale accounts. I like that business model, and it's not like they chasing them. They got their customer. They use good patterns, right? You know, they use good fits. It fits the bigger guys, it fits the smaller people, they do women's, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's all around just really, really solid brand. And I know I like that Japanese stuff. So
that's your wave, bro. That's your wave.
Yeah, they do a good job of figuring it out.
I remember calling you and apologizing when I got my first pair of Visible. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing. I call him and apologize when I got my first piece of Willie. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying?
My bad.
I'm in your business. You know what I'm saying? I just needed this real quick, but I know that that's how much I'm into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just real, man. Yeah,
and I think that two things that I got from both of y'all is how things fit. Right, you know what I mean? Like how they fit on your body. Like we'll wear things unorthodox. You know what I'm saying? At least Zoe and I, right? You know what I'm saying? And 100%. You got me like how it's supposed to fit, right? Like especially when it's suiting. But like it's unorthodox. But that's I'm 40 something years old, and my pants still fall off my butt from time to time. Man, I apologize. You know what I'm saying?
You hip hop.
Yeah, I'm like you say, product of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just all authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want to like and I don't really want to change for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, not nobody I definitely don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I think what we both can relate to, we went to them schools where you was forced to wear a uniform.
Yeah,
True.
see, them guys was wearing uniforms, man, the whole time.
I wore a uniform grammar school and high school. So
Yeah.
when I graduated, I turned into a rebel. First thing I did was tatted my neck.
Yeah.
That's how mad I was at the world. Like, nah, it's time to go.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure I didn't. You know, I know Leo had their thing. But
Yeah.
I went to Kenwood in between too, though. But I'm wearing the Nike lava domes and coloring my Nike check to make them look like. You know what I'm saying? The kids would be there like, how you get away with them? It's like, man, just fall back. Untying my locker. I remember like untying my tie.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, had crumbs and all that in there because I would just take it off.
Catholic school kids.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I'd be in there with like guest classics and you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I was still trying to like do it up. So it's always in you.
And you know what we show? So to your earlier question, I think again, like, so being in the public school, man, like that shit's hard. That shit's hard.
Right.
Because you have to compete. Like you really gotta, you know what I'm saying? You really gotta go out there and compete every day. And like I said, like growing up, man, them people, like, they older brothers sold drugs, they father sold drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no father around. And my mama was barely working like that, right? So me and dude had to figure it out.
Yeah.
And like when she had a boyfriend who was getting money, she had a couple street niggas, whatever. I remember this man brought a bag of clothes over and dropped them off. Shit that he could, because we was always big.
Yeah.
And next day, we fucked them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had Adidas silks. We had British Nike jogging suits. We fucked them up. And ain't nothing like that feeling.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like that feeling of fucking everybody up.
Bro.
Because they've been fucking you up for so long.
Man.
But they was all doing the same shit. But we had a real heavy.
Yeah.
So we're like, no, now we got shit that y'all can't get because our heavy older than y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it just went from there. Like, again, you just develop you get into like, okay, now I gotta keep having that fly shit.
Yeah.
Fashion makes you, like, right, putting clothes on makes you feel good, right?
Yeah.
And I said that earlier on. It's like, man, everything that we do around here is like to make you feel good. You get a haircut, you feel good, right? You got food in your belly, right? You nourish, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel good. Nourishment comes in different forms. It comes in the form of like putting some shit on, getting a haircut, having a drink, right? You know what I mean? And I think that we need to be more empathetic too towards people that, right, that don't necessarily get that, and you know what I mean, are kind of finding their way. You know what I mean? Because I think sometimes we'll be up here, and people aren't there yet with you, but it's our opportunity to like bring them on and teach them. And I think this is something that we probably should have done, right? Like when we were doing our cut and sew, right? Is probably do more collaboration with resources, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a big on resource sharing now because like what you doing ain't what I'm doing, vice versa, right?
100%.
And we could have like, like I had this conversation. I knew it wasn't gonna go far, but I was like, and this is then, right? So it was like, we all making t-shirts. Let's just go let's go all figure out a fit and go overseas and buy the t-shirts, right? It sounded good for a little while, but nobody, you know what I'm saying, really moved forward with it. So I think we need more of that resource sharing. And it's something that I learned out here in DC, man. They do a lot of resource sharing, right? So, man, what you doing ain't gonna stop what I'm doing. If I'm cold, if you cold, right? If you raw at what you doing, man, like I can't do nothing but support it and nourish it and watch it grow too, because that's not gonna do nothing but help me out, right? We can all learn from each other, man. And I think that we need to get out of that mode. I think that there was a time. I don't even know if it was, I think it was just like somebody said it and everybody kind of believed it, that we didn't rock with each other, you know what I'm saying? But we did though. It's like, so I'm big on, people call me all the time. Here goes that resource. Just don't jag it off, right? You know what I'm saying? Or I ain't even don't jag it off. If you jag it off, it's on you, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, here goes these resources. And if we do more of that, I think that's when those finances and that's when those things kind of come into play, and it makes it a little bit easier to get like, hey, man, I got this venture. I got Manifest 003. I need a couple dollars, right? Man, you saw what we doing here. Man, this place is amazing, right? You know what I mean? So we need that support. We need that help. It's like, you can't do it all on your own. You know what I mean? So we gotta like be more conscious of helping each other out. That's why when you all wanted to do this episode, man, it wasn't like a thing that I needed to. It wasn't an ego thing for me. I'm glad to be on here with y'all, but I was more appreciative of y'all, you know what I'm saying, of having me, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, You know what I mean? Like that meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that was real. Like that really truly, I felt honored. Like man, and I get to talk about an amazing business on a platform that's had amazing people, got amazing viewership, right? You know what I mean? And it's got the right people, the people that we want to come in this space and experience it. You know what I'm saying? I know we could talk about each other all day, but like I want to talk about just like the space a little bit, just because it's like a space it's like I said, I want to go back to this. It's for us, y'all. I promise you it's for us. It's like, it ain't for nobody else but us, man. Shout out to my man Ouija, man, from Brooklyn Circus. He told me about a 100-year plan years ago, right? 100-year plan. So we got a 100-year plan, and I got a 100 location plan for Manifest, right? Whether it's part of it, all of it, like this business is built to scale, and I think that's another thing that we got to start thinking about when building businesses is build them to scale. Yeah. This business is built to scale, right? You know what I'm saying? We can put these in multiple cities. We can put them in different spaces. It's something I want all of the people that look like us and like enjoy what we do to come see, because like nobody is doing this like that, and definitely nobody black. You know what I'm saying? I can stand on that. You know what I'm saying? There's other places that have multi, but nobody's doing it on this level. The architecture firms that we've been using, top-notch, award-winning, right? Shout out to Inc., who did this space. Sun Architecture did the first one, right? Like, who's going to go get these firms to come build their spaces out, right? Like, brands want that, right? You know what I mean? So it's easy and hard for us to get brands, but it's like once you see the space, it's a no-brainer because it's such a beautifully built, well thought out space. Every room is a different color. I don't want to ruin it for nobody, but you get a different feeling, right? And we're trying to invoke all these senses, right? Yeah, sight, smell, touch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you get all of these experiences within a space that you can spend your entire day, and you can start off upstairs with a cup of coffee, do some work, go get some dinner, buy a fit, get a haircut. You can spend a whole day here. And I know community is like a big buzzword, like it's been used. So this is a ethos is bigger than like just community. It's like everything, right? You know what I mean? And it's inclusive. You know what I'm saying? It's not a membership club where we need to know what you do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Let me see your resume, your CV. Let me see what you've done for the last 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And who do you know and who? No, man, everybody can come and join and be a member. It's membership preferred, right? You know what I mean? It's got like a speed pass kind of stuff. Yeah. So you go to America.
Yeah, 100%.
I got the speed pass. Of course. And he's skipping the line. You like, I want that pass too. You can still get on the rides. Yeah. But the speed pass just makes it a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, shit, I feel like you just said it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make it where everything is Googleable. You know what I'm saying? If you need to see anything else, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to hold you because we know that you literally got a business running. We had people coming in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a Friday in DC, so we know it's about to be busy, man. But we want to thank you, bro, for doing this because, again, just to piggyback what you said, we knew that you got an eye. We knew it was mandatory. This was what we always say on the mood board, like, nah, we're going to go see them when they done. Because the world need to see this, man. Like, when you did it the first time, I was like, man, he snapped. And to do it again, we like, man, be on some shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Then we just got to support it. So you need the 3 to 100, however you want to do it, man. Mm-hmm. We here, man, and I think we need to close it out like that, man.
I appreciate
you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Brothers, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. You too, brother.
1242 3rd Street, Northeast. Come visit us. 1807 Florida Avenue Northwest, location 1. They both got a good vibe. I want to thank Ghetto Runways, man. You know what I mean? As they grow, I want to support whatever they got going on. I want y'all to support them. Y'all make sure y'all hit them likes and subscribes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
You know, because we all need to nourish each other, right? You know what I'm saying? To support each other as we're in different times now. You know what I'm saying? So that black love is real. And I'm glad I got to be a guest on Ghetto Runways. It was a truly honor, right? Before we go though,
yes, sir.
I want to mention this, right? And y'all can appreciate this. We was in the Rob Report, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw that.
Y'all don't know, man. The Rob Report is like a hustler's dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah, I saw it.
Ghetto Runways was the one podcast I wanted to be on, and the Rob Report was the one magazine I wanted, because these is hustlers' dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Picking up, being in these spaces, being with these guys, and being in other type of magazines.
Yeah,
it's been truly an honor, and I, you know what I'm saying? It's a God-given kind of thing. I thank God every day. You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to be around guys like y'all, right? To be influenced by guys like y'all. and to be able to go spread all this to the world, you know what I'm saying, is amazing. So once again, thank you. You don't know how appreciative I am of that. I got all my shit checked off now. Ain't nobody can do nothing else ever again. Robert, Ghetto Runways.
Monday.
I'm done, you know what I'm saying? No more interviews, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. Get money.
Love.
Get money.
Yeah.
Right.